Start streaming checkbox not checked. Unavailable. Stop recording checkbox checked.
Hello everyone and welcome back to BVI Pilots. Glad to be here with you. Also, those of you on Twitch, welcome to Pilot Live 2020.
Start virtual camera check.
I hope
Stop
everybody's
recording
doing
checkbox
all right
checked.
today. We're
Stop
going
streaming
to
checkbox checked. TC's latest Microsoft Flight Simulator.
get over here to our aircraft here. We are flying in the 737 900. Now, I don't know much about this jet, but
Wind leveler off. Wind leveler active.
we should be good to go here. We're all set.
Total fuel 30,874.7 pounds. 4,608 points.
30,000. Yeah, we're going to get going.
Park and break off. Park and break on.
Going to get her.
Park and break off. Take off power active.
And here we go.
Knots. 54 knots. 74 knots.
Autopilot master active.
90 knots. 104
We
knots.
are
Lock
up.
active.
117 knots.
Lock active.
129 knots.
Come on, get up there.
141 knots. 152 knots.
Take off power off.
162
Airspeed
knots.
hold active.
Airborne.
There we go.
171 knots.
Gear up.
Heading lock active. Wind leveler off.
I don't know why I never hear the gear sound, but I never
474
do.
BASL.
I never hear it for some reason. Yeah. Boy, we got up real quick.
945 feet ASL. 1,000 feet.
We're at 1,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and bring our flaps in a little bit. Go down to about flaps 1
5.
until I get up above about 2,500 feet.
Flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
Flaps 1.
And there's flaps 1. We'll bring the flaps in all the way once I get up, just in case. You know, you never know if you got to follow a restriction or any of that stuff. So,
Navigation on. Map. 2077 feet ASL. L. 2304 feet ASL.
go ahead and bring up flaps all the way in.
Flaps 0.
And we are
Lock
off. And welcome to those of you that are with us on Twitch. Glad to be here with you guys. Hope everybody's doing all right, and I hope you guys are ready for Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. Guys, I apologize about this altitude off, altitude on stuff. I don't know why it does it. It's a FS Tramp thing. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, nothing at all that I can do about it. Hoping my audio's not too awful loud, but loud enough so you guys can hear me. That's what matters. And those that's watching on YouTube, I would like to remind you to tap on that subscribe button and join us here at BVI Pilots as we fly around the world,
4,000 feet.
around the different countries and all that good stuff. You can go right along with us at 35,000 feet, flying above everybody else. So join us here at BVI Pilots. We'd love to have you. Maybe you want to get into simming. Well, if you do, join us. BVI is, an airline that work with we work with each other. We help each other, whether it's got to do with training or maybe a flight that you're trying to figure out. Maybe you're trying to figure out, a star situation or a SID situation, or maybe you're flying a jet that doesn't seem to work for you or just isn't working for you. We always try to solve any problem that we come across. Sometimes we got to reach out. Might take a day or two, depending on what the problem is. We are at 6,000 feet. We'll be kicking in these engines even more once we hit 10,000 feet. Going up, up, and away. All that good stuff. Time of arrival, I'm going to guess this flight's going to be about 3.5, maybe 3 hours and 40 minutes. let's take a look at what it
7,000
says right now. We're at 7,000, kicking in them engines, and we are going to be out of here.
Time en route to destination, 8 hours 50.
Yeah, right now it says 8 hours, but that's not accurate at all. Once we get up to cruising altitude, that's going to come down to about 3 hours and 40 minutes, 3 hours and 50 minutes, something like that. And we'll see how accurate
8,000 feet.
my guessing works out. You know, I guess I could say that for as long as I've been simming, almost a year, February will be a year, I've learned a lot. I've been able to kind of guesstimate on some of the different flights that I'm doing. You know, if I see a flight that's, you know, I don't know, 2,000 miles, you know, I can usually guess a pretty rough guess on how long that's going to take. And you pick all that up because, you know, when I first started flying, I was doing short flights, right? I was flying from like Indianapolis to Miami, Indianapolis to Chicago, Indianapolis to Detroit, and I learned, you know, there we go, baby, let's kick them thrusters in and get this big old Boeing 737-900 up and out of here. Yeah. But yeah, that's you know, you pick that stuff up.
11,279.
We're at 11,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and follow the aviation rules and turn off all the lights. I will turn on
Instruments on.
my instrument lights. Got to have those.
12,000 feet.
But everything else is off. Now, I would like to do some videos with my multi-crew, but if I try to run multi-crew, plus this, plus the video recording, plus the Twitch recording, it's going to lag, and I don't like lag. No one likes lag, right? You don't like lag, do you?
13,000
I know I
feet.
don't. I don't like lag. Eventually, when I get the right setup, when I've actually got my sim built, that is one of my goals. I'll be able to, you know, do a video where not only can you see what's going on with the flight, but you'll be able to see me in the cockpit. So that'd be cool. But time, money, I don't got that yet, but I'm working on it. So, anyways, I want to give a shout out to all the BVI members out there. Shout out to Declan, Marshall, Brandon, Sarah,
15,000 feet.
all you guys out there. Rob, give a shout out to the programmers for TFM. Shout out to Andy and Jason. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. Really good-hearted people, guys. You couldn't ask for a better couple of programmers than what we got here at BVI.
16,000 feet.
You know, they try to make things as easy as possible so we can fly just like one of you that might be a sighted pilot or a sighted simmer. And I guess all in all, we need to thank technology, because technology is really what has given us this incredible amount of abilities to
17,000
fly at our own will to wherever we want to fly. We just, you know, we load the flights, we get in the sim, and up, and away we go. And that's because of technology, folks. And secondly, then it comes into the programmers and all that. Technically, I guess it'd be first for the programmer, because they're the ones that bring the technology to the table. So, anyways,
18,000 feet, altimeter 1030.
I'm going to be with you until about
AP altitude, hold 35,000.
35,000 feet. I'll talk with you a few more minutes, and then what I'm going to do, like I do with all the videos, now on Twitch, you guys are getting the raw end of the stick, because I'll be leaving at that point. And then the video, though, for YouTube, you guys will not be missing out on anything, because once I'm done talking, it's going to pick right back up with us almost to our destination at the top of descent. So I'll leave you here. You know, I stop at the top of descent. I'll pause the video, and then I pick it back up and start recording the video once I get to my destination right before I start to descend.
20,000 feet.
Unfortunately for Twitch, you guys, you will get both if I was to come back on as I'm landing. I just don't see doing a video for 4 hours. There would just have to be a lot to talk about. So, leaving you to cockpit for a minute, folks.
21,000 feet.
You guys let me know on Twitch. Do you want me to come back when I'm doing my landing? I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. And the reason I'm doing that is because I do other things as well when I'm flying. Right now, I don't have much to do because I'm on break. Oh, I needed such a break, you guys. This year has been absolutely crazy for everybody, for you, for me, for the world. For the world. That's crazy, you guys. It really is. I think this is a good message for us, a lesson to learn.
23,000 feet.
And about how important it is for a community to, pay attention to all them simple rules of, not spreading, germs to other people, about washing your hands when you're in the restroom, about all that stuff that makes such a big difference. And honestly, we wasn't prepared for this. The world we just wasn't prepared for it.
24,000 feet.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have lost their lives because of this. Because of this virus that if you don't have good enough health, it will tear you down. And we wasn't prepared for that. But the good thing is, the thing is, no matter how bad things get, we should always try to find a positive every time, because it's going to make it better for you than just taking it the negative. And I tried not to focus on how bad everything was. I tried to keep a positive mind, and now we got something positive about it, for sure. They're starting to send out vaccinations, giving it to the doctors and nurses, the elderly, and then they'll start giving it out to, the healthier people. Some people are scared of that. They don't want to do the vaccination, and you know what? That is your choice. That's your choice. That's your business.
26,000 feet.
Think about it. Anybody that gets a flu shot, eventually it'll be in that, you won't even know it. And then you'll get the antibodies for
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock.
the virus. The flu shot doesn't just create these antibodies, or do its job for just
Altitude lock off.
flu.
Altitude lock active.
There's more than just that involved.
Altitude lock off. Altitude.
Shut up, altitude lock off.
26,980.
We are currently at 26,900 feet. We are going to be climbing up to 35,000 feet. And somebody is absolutely blowing my phone up. There. that stuff.
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock
Anyways.
active.
Let's see here.
Time en route to destination, 4 hours 38 minutes.
Right now it says 4 hours and 38 minutes, but we're not at cruise altitude yet, and I'm still going up at 3 hours and 40 minutes, about between 3 hours and 50 and 3 hours and 30 minutes is what this flight's going to be, and let's see if the price is right at 35,000 feet.
28,650.
We're at 28,600 feet.
1499.
Still climbing at 1,499 feet per minute in this amazing Boeing 737-900. An amazing, amazing aircraft. When it got up and we were gone. I'll tell you another good aircraft. And that is the Air Force One. I'll do a flight with it again, and I'll show you how quick you start down the runway with that thing. It's within seconds, and you're at 150
Altitude lock off.
knots, and
Altitude
you're
lock
up in
active.
the air, and you're
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. 29,008.
9,000 feet. We got 6,000 feet to go. 5,000 feet.
30,000.
Yes, 5,000 feet. Cruise altitude. Then we're going to check the time, the estimated time, and it's only going to give us a time from now until we get near the airport, about 90 miles or 50 miles out. It doesn't take into consideration, it doesn't look at the stars and base time off of that. I wish it did, but it doesn't.
Total fuel 28,000.
We got 28,000.
Total fuel 28,032.5.
32.5 pounds of fuel.
31,000 feet.
That's another, if the fuel is right, then, well, actually, if the fuel's right, we're probably going to burn some fuel off when we get down to 10,000 feet at DCA.
Altitude 31,500. Time en route to destination, 4 hours 30 minutes. Clip.
Still 4 hours and 30 minutes. I happens. We'll see what happens, people. Again, those of you that are watching on Twitch,
32,000 feet.
I do have the chat page up. This would have been your time to come on to the chat, say hello, maybe you got a question, whatever the case might be. That is the time to do that. YouTube, I've got to figure out why it's not letting nobody leave comments. Comments is important, very important, but it's just not letting comments. I need to go into the settings and figure out where to adjust that so the comments can or I didn't do it individually every time I upload a video, go into YouTube Studio and turn on comments. So I can do that, but I should be able to do it.
32,943 feet. 39 en route to destination, 4 hours 31 minutes. 34 seconds.
Maybe I'm wrong. It might be 4 hours. About 4 hours and 20 minutes time to get to 35.
33,227 feet ASL.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be about 4 hours and 20 minutes. Again, I'm guessing. I was wrong, man. I was wrong. God.
Parcel Heights, California, United States. 3.4 nautical miles, 318 degrees.
Damn it. I got robbed, people. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing wrong with a good sense of humor, right? I know I act silly, but why not? Why not?
34,000 feet.
I literally have people say, "Why you gotta tag on here?" Well, because life's too short. Life is too short to be a grouchy, rude, disrespectful, non-caring a-hole. So here we are. Let's see, are we cruising?
34,578 feet ASL. Time en route to destination, 4 hours 35 minutes, 6 seconds.
Okay, so 4 hours and 35 robbed me.
I'll get it right next time, though. You better believe that. You heard me?
Airspeed hold off. Not hold active.
Okay, here we go. We're cruising altitude. Let's check.
Time en route to destination. 4 hours, 25 minutes, 50 seconds.
4 hours and 25 minutes. But it's going to be much shorter for you guys. Much shorter. This might be a 30 to 40 minute video, maybe an hour at most. I'm going to disconnect Twitch
35,000 feet.
and pause the recording. Continue my flight. Let's see where we are.
Barstow, California, United States. 12.3 nautical miles, 235 degrees.
Here's what airports are around the system. Right. So
Waypoints list. Procedures expanded. All airports. A. Airports dialog. Search field combo box name collapse. ICAO and city and state province country and bearing between altitude between bearing between.
let's do bearing between.
Search type combo box between collapsed. Equals. Greater than. Between. Equals. Between. Minimum spin button. Minimum edit 0. 1. 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not 10. Heading 36. Elect weather 14. 4, 15, 6, 18.
3, 6.
6, 1. 6, 3, 3, 6, 1. 8 blank. 8, 1. 36. Maximum spin button. Maximum edit 0.
So heading at 36 and 100.
Find airports. Rest.
See what it comes up with.
20,996 results found.
20,000 airport. Wow. How is that?
Search field airports list at ports ICAO 00AZ city ports state province Arizona country South River ICAO 00B city Edgewater state province Maryland country United States bearing 71 Animas ICAO 00C city Goldstone GTS ICAO 00CA city Arspianti ICAO ZYYJ Deoxyan ICAO ZYTX city Shenyang country China bearing
Shenyang.
Xiaoshuizi ICAO ZYTL city Dalian country China bearing 319 altitude 105 distance 53 14 20.
No, I didn't do something right. That's way further than what oh, no, I know what I did. Let's do distance.
Search field combo box bearing collapsed. Altitude, bear country and bear altitude distance between. Search type combo box between collapsed. Search field combo box distance. Search type combo box with equals. With equals, greater than, less than, greater than, equals. Minimum spin button, minimum edit 36.
So
6, 6, 3.
30 miles.
Find airports button mode F. Minimum spin button, minimum edit 30. Search type combo box equals collapsed. Greater than. Equal between. Equals, greater than, less than. Great equal between. Minimum spin button, minimum edit 30. Maximum spin button, maximum edit 1000. Land. Land.
1,000.
Find airports button mode F.
30 miles and 1,000
Max
miles.
find airports button mode F. Rest. 4836 results found.
Okay.
Animas ICAO 00C City Durango State Province Colorado Country United Natomas Field ICAO 00CL City Sacramento State Province California Country United States bearing 312 altitude 22
So this
distance
is cool
318
because you can look up.
4836.
Maybe you want to know what airport is, between 30 and 50 miles out.
Casfield ICAO 00CO City Civicu ICAO Z95 City Civicu State Province Arizona Country La Candelaria del Alto ICAO Z23F City La Candelaria del Alto Country Mexico bearing 1 Ailman Ranch ICAO Z22T City Ailman Ranch Country Mexico bearing Partial Hankins ICAO Y74 City Partial State Province North Dakota Country United States bearing 35 Elgin Mun ICAO Stanton Rock Manton Mun ICAO Springfield Mun Manton Stanton Rock ICAO Y27 City FT8 State Province North Dakota Country Manton Mun Springfield Mun ICAO Y03 Joe Fleming Field Corlitos Jacksonville ICAO XS92 City Paradise State Province Texas Country United States bearing 90.
I didn't know Texas had a city named Paradise. there is an airport there called
Ventures at Jacksonville, ICAO, XS92,
Jacksonville.
City, Paradise, Ventures Air, Jacksonville, ICAO, XS92, City, Paradise, State,
XS92.
Province, Texas, Country, Ventures Air Park, ICAO, Yates, ICAO, Brooks AFP, Yates, ICAO, XS89, City, San Antonio, State, Province,
Yates.
Texas, Country, in Brooks AFP, Deep Creek Ranch, ICAO, XS61, City, Ridgeland, Mustang Community Airfield, ICAO, XS60, City, Aubrey, State, Pavelka, Mustang Community Airfield,
Mustang Community Airfield.
35,000 feet per minute. Mach 0.81. Time and route to destination, 3 hours 52 minutes.
Oh, we are down to 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Pavelka Haven, ICAO, XS57, Gizmo Field, Rice Ranch, YO Ranch, ICAO, XS22, City, Mountain Home, State, Province, Texas,
A lot of these are the smaller airports, like your Cessna
Dr. Royal
and
Ranch,
stuff.
ICAO, XS20, City, Womack Ranch, ICAO, XS15, City, Menor, State,
Usually
Province,
ones that
Texas.
have numbers in them like that, like SS20, X, whatever.
T4 Ranch, ICAO, XS13, City,
T4 Ranch.
Lewis Ranch, ICAO, ZA31, Edgington Ranch, ICAO, ZA03, Piner, ICAO, Y60, City, Red Creek Ranch, ICAO, Y4 Flowers Ranch, Robbins, Skyview Air, Walters R, Skyview Air Park, ICAO, Y05, City, Cheyenne, State, Province, Wyoming, Country,
Skyview,
Iberlin, Skyview Air Park,
Skyview Airport.
Iberlin, Skyview Air Park, ICAO, Y05, City, Cheyenne, State, Province,
Y05.
Wyoming, Country, United States, bearing 54, altitude 5838, distance 606.
Wow, they got their airport altitude is 5838. Wow.
Iberlin Ranch, ICAO, White Walters R, Cadwell Field, ICAO, the Coopville Air Park, Cadwell, Walters R, ICAO, the
Walters Arb? What? Okay.
Cadwell Field, Coopville Air Park, ICAO, WN40, City, Coopville, Cougar Flat Airstrip, ICAO, WN24, City, Castle Rock, State Rock, Grandview, Cougar Flat Airstrip, ICAO, WN, Cougar Flat Airstrip,
Cougar Flat Airstrip.
Grandview, Cougar Flat Airstrip, ICAO, WN24, City, Castle Rock, State, Province, Washington, Country, United States, bearing 338, altitude 180,
Castle
distance
Rock, Washington. Huh. A lot of these I'm going to do with my Cessna. If you guys want to see me do some of them videos in the Cessna, let me know and I'll do some flying the smaller airplanes.
Grandview in ICAO, WN, Kendall, Skyqueen, ICAO, 190, Walter Sutton's Private Strip, ICAO, 179, City, Amboy, State, Province, Washington, Country,
It
United
even
States,
shows
bearing
private
339,
strips.
altitude 451, distance 698, 46, 71 to 48,
A lot of
36.
these people that have smaller airplanes, like the prop planes and stuff, they can have their own airstrip. And they can even register the airstrip and all that. And that's why you see these.
Sky River Ranch, ICAO, 178, City, Washougal, State,
A lot of
Province.
these ranches have airstrips.
Enumclaw, ICAO, Columbia Crest Winery, ICAO, 176, City, Paterson, State, Province, Washington, Country.
There's a winery. We already go to that one sometime.
Quincy, Columbia Crest Winery, ICAO, 176, City.
Columbia Crest
Quincy,
Winery.
Columbia Crest Winery, ICAO, 176, City, Paterson, State, Province,
76.
Washington, Country.
That's in Washington.
Quincy Flying Service Smith, ICAO, 170, Zima Private Smith, Quincy Flying Service, ICAO, 174, City, Quincy, State, Province.
Quincy Flying
Zima
Service.
Private, ICAO, 170, Great Glen, ICAO, 159, Bear Canyon Westfield, ICAO, 141, City,
Air Canyon, Westfield.
Woodfield, Bear Canyon Westfield, ICAO, 141, City, Morton, State, Province, Washington, Country,
A lot of these are in
Woodfield, ICAO, 139, Chinook, Woodfield, ICAO, 139, City, Kenwick, State, Province, Washington, Chinook Park, Elko Heights, Roach Harbor, ICAO, 109, Kenmore Air Harbor, ICAO, W55, Woodland State, ICAO, W20, Happy Camp Paradise, Rice Woodland, Camp Will, Blackman, ICAO, Cosby Man, Blackman, Camp Williams Airfield, ICAO, 08, City, Camp Williams, State, Province, Utah, Country, United States, bearing 33, altitude, 40, Air Village, Camp Williams Airfield, ICAO, 08, City, Camp Williams, State, Province, Utah, Blackman, Cosby Man, ICAO,
These
U8,
are interesting to look at. I've actually been
Sandy
writing them
Valley,
down,
Nevada,
but
United
I'm not doing that right now.
Upper Loon Creek Gusts, ICAO, U72, City, Ritz Reed Man, ICAO, U50, Southern Youth, ICAO, U46, Dubois Mun, ICAO, Youth Cokeville Mun, ICAO, U Maxwell Field, ICAO, TX Markham Ranch, ICAO, TX7 Flying D Ranch, Hair, ICAO, TX33, City, St. George, CC Flyers, ICAO, TX17, Stapleton Field, ICAO, TX0, Redstone Ranch, ICAO, TS7, Morris Field, River Ranch, ICAO, 164 Place, ICAO, Heritage Airfield, ICAO, T86, City, New Berlin, State, Province,
Heritage
Texas, Country,
Airfield.
United States, bearing 105, altitude 555,
So anyway, these are just a lot of
991,
different
4402,
airports.
4836.
And it's only 1,000 miles away from my location.
Air Cowboy Field, ICAO, T50, Belcher, ICAO, TOS25, City, St. George, Lapland, Air, Johns, ICAO, SN77, Memorial Muni, Big Ranch Airfield, ICAO, SD70,
These are a lot of the small ones. I'm
Gene
trying to
Armstrong,
find out.
Homedale, KS Mun, Big Sky, Ike Martin, ICAO, Gene Armstrong, ICAO, SD30, City, Midland, State, Province, South Dakota, Country,
SD30, Gene Armstrong,
Menno,
South
Gene
Dakota.
Armstrong, ICAO, SD, Martin, Ike, Big Sky, ICAO, KS Mun, Ike, Homedale, Mun, Tillamook, Ike, Lanes, ICAO, S, Forks, ICAO, Ashland, Mun, Parker, ICAO, S03, Beaver, Mun, Seligman, Kochais, Peninsula, ICAO, Lanes, Air Serve, Apple Valley, ICAO, Horse, Lehman Field, Ike, Flying Tom, Bar, ICAO, Umberby Ranch, Snyder, Jennings Ranch, Posner Field, Strader Ranch, Ike, Logston Ranch, Aeroport, ICAO, Base Family Airs, The Green Trees Ranch, ICAO, OG 28, City, CO, State, Province, Oregon, Country, United States,
Green
Ferry,
Tree Ranch in Oregon.
Logs Trip, ICAO, OG 18, Codeside Ranch, Fort, Trinity Center, Exeter, ICAO, Sutter Cove, ICAO, Logs Woodland, Ike, Lone Pine, Ike,
Anyway, that's what that is. That's pretty cool stuff.
Waypoints List,
Go ahead and go out of that. Get back to
Microsoft Flight Simulator,
cockpit. Anyway, guys, those of you that are on Twitch, maybe next time we'll get more viewers from Twitch talking to us. And those of you watching on YouTube, well, just stick around because I'm not going anywhere. We're going to do this flight.
OBS 26.0.2, 64, TCTS Google Chrome Row 1, Column 3, TCTS,
Get landed and all that good stuff. Let's close that.
OBS 6, stop record, stop streaming, checkbox check.
So those of you on Twitch, come back next time. Appreciate you.
Stop streaming,
Tell your
checkbox
friends
check.
about it. We'll talk to you soon.
Not check, stop in
All
stream.
right, guys, there went Twitch. Twitch is history. And what I'm going to do now for you guys,
Stop in stream, checkbox, stop recording, checkbox.
I'm going to save you the heartache of 4 hours, actually
Time en route to destination, 3 hours, 48 minutes.
3 hours and 48 minutes that you're not going to have to, deal with. I'm going to take away about 3 hours of
Stop
that
it.
flight. It's like magic.
Stop recording, checkbox checked.
Watch. I'm going to snap my fingers and I bet it'll be time to land. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stop re- OBS 20, stop record. Microsoft.
Alright, you guys, we are back. And we've got about a little 30 minutes estimated. So I thought this was a good time to come back, chat with you guys, and also thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Now, I can tell you ahead of time, I don't know how this jet lands. I don't know how well it does. From my experience, they all act a little different when landing. Some will handle really good. For example, the Max 10, that thing it's 100%. I mean, it doesn't overspeed. It's easy to keep where you want it. It's just very responsive. Some jets are not as responsive and they like to, fight you a little bit. But all in all, I think we'll be alright. I think we'll have a good landing. And, well, you're here, so you'll get to see exactly what happens with the landing. And, either way. So, remind some of you that if you're interested in simming and you want to learn to fly, it's never too late to learn. The thing I like about it, I think, is everything that you learn along the way, all this stuff that you learn that's, really legit about aviation, just in general. I've learned a lot about airplanes, a lot. And like I said in the podcast that we did for the closing of this year with BVI BVI Pilots podcast. You know, there's a lot you learn, and at the same time, you can sit there and have a conversation with a real pilot, you know, about a lot of that stuff that you're learning. A real pilot can tell you how to do something, and you can take it into sim and do that, you know, and it actually be accurate. So it troubles me when I see people in the sim and they treat it like a game. It's not a game. Simming is not a game. It's definitely a hobby, but flying is a hobby. Simming is a hobby. If a real pilot was to watch somebody jump into a sim and treat it like a game, they'd be like, what's wrong with that guy? What's wrong with him? You know? If you're going to sim, take it serious. Right? Take it serious. If you're going to fly for an online virtual airline, don't treat that with disrespect, because those guys work hard to run that airline.
Next waypoint, POWRR, distance 9 nautical miles, bearing 95 degrees,
that I
1 minute,
mess
6
around
seconds.
with. And then, of course, I also work for BVI. And so, you know, it's just one of the things I take it all serious. We're going to take a look at what we got going on here. Let's see here.
Time en route to destination, 34 minutes, 0 feet per minute.
Alright, so we're not descending or anything yet. Let's see how far out
Flex KDC,
we got to go before we start our descent.
list, direct to, property page or, proper 1 app button,
Okay.
bottom 1 screen, POW1 app, POWRR.
Be a
Next waypoint,
power.
Ogman, disc, colon 1, col POW1 app,
Well, we're getting ready to.
list, DOZKR, route, SID, course, 205, flags, route, R25, DOZKLIPR, routes, KEX, route, SID, COOP, route, SID, ORCA, route, SID, EOC, route, course, 37 lost, route, BIL, NOOs, BE, red, route, IC, DB, hub, HLs, RB5, BH, build, creep, route, empty, route, POW, Ogman, route, POWRR, route, J, Ogman, route, D, course, 98, all, FT, 1 app button,
Oddman. Let's see.
Ogman, col 50, col Ogman,
Oddman's 50
List,
miles
Oddman route.
till we cross that waypoint.
Carroll, route, J30, course, 120,
And then we got Carroll J30,
lose, route, J30, course, 1,
Lose
off,
J30,
route, course, 120,
and we're going to have a altitude
Bucko, route,
change.
J30, course, 121, all, FT, 31,000
Which
feet.
is Bucko. We're going to be going down to 31,000 feet,
Bucko, route, star, course,
and then we'll begin our star.
Bucko, route, route,
so
route,
we've
route,
got-
Carroll, route, Ogman, route, POW, Ogman, route, D, Carroll, route,
2,
route,
3.
J30, course, 100,
3 different waypoints we're going to be crossing, and then we'll start our descent on the 3rd waypoint. So on that 3rd waypoint crossing, we'll start our descent,
route, course, 100,
and we'll come down
route,
to
route, J30, route, Bucko, route, J30, course, 121, all, FT, 31,000,
well, actually, let's see.
route, J30, course, 120, all, FT, 35,000,
Actually, it's going to be when we cross our 4th.
route, course, Bucko, route, J30, course,
Bucko
121,
J30.
all, FT, 31,006,
It's 31,000. Now, we'll actually start our descent before we actually cross it. Usually it's about that mid-half point. So when you're about halfway to your waypoint, your jet will begin to descend so that it can match up with the altitude that it's supposed to be. Let's see what else. I am going to be taking, this is not going to be an iOS approach. That wasn't available. Unfortunately, we're going to be doing an RNAV. And with the RNV approach, or RNAV approach, you know, we will definitely be landing on that runway. But it's never known on how precise it's going to be, meaning is it going to be dead center, or are we going to be, you know, on the runway but to the right by 100 feet or 200 feet? You know, it just depends. And we'll still be on the runway. When I say that, I mean by the center line. Are we going to be to the right of that, to the left of it, I don't know. Being visually impaired, that's something that I really can't control. So, anyways, that's...
Ruth, Carol, Ruth, J. Osmond, Ruth, EOWMT, Ruth, EOWRRMT, Ruth, J80, course 93, Alt, FT, 35.
And there's a waypoint called empty.
EOW Osmond, Ruth.
Alright, so it's going to
One half
Ottman.
button. Osmond. T-O-T-M-A-N.
Ottman, O-T-M-A-N.
Colon 26, Full Osmond.
We got 26 miles to go. I'm going to check our fuel, though, because
Total fuel 6,490.
we got 6,000. Let's see.
List Osmond, Ruth, T, course 98,
How much
Alt,
fuel did
FT,
it
35,000,
say we really
KTS
need?
280, leg NM 51.9, times 04007, fuel LPS 2,400.
Alright, so it's saying by this point we should only have 2,000 pounds. Probably what we'll do when we get down to, I'm going to look, this is how I do my holdings. I'll come in, I'll look for the waypoint that's as close to the 10,000 mark as possible.
Carol, Ruth, J30, course 120,
Alright.
Alt, FT, 35,000,
Carol.
Ruth, J, Bob, Ruth, Bucko, Ruth, J30, course
Alright,
121,
Bucko's
Alt, FT,
31,000.
31,000, Bucko, Ruth, Oz, Ruth, course 1, DRRON, Ruth, Star, course 105, Alt, FT, 29,800, HONNR, Ruth, Star, course 106, Alt, FT, 26,005,
Honors 26,000.
BRBRY, Ruth, Star, course 106, Alt, FT, 23,700,
BRY or whatever that is. 23,000.
Port, Ruth, Star, course 107, Alt, BR, Port, Ruth, Star, course
Port.
107, Alt, FT, 21,000, PLDG,
21,
Ruth, Star, course
PLDG.
107, Alt, FT, 17,000,
17,000.
Ruth, course 1, Wool, Ruth, Ruth, PLD, Ruth, Wool, Ruth, Star, course 118, Alt, FT, 15,000, NEVBR, Ruth, Star, course
NEVBR.
119, Alt, FT, 14,000, FORGT, Route Star, course 119, Alt, FT, 12,000, NEV, FORGT, Route Star,
FORGT
NEV,
is
FORGT, Route Star,
12,000.
course 119, Alt, FT, 12,000, SEVI, Route Star, course 119, Alt, FT, 11,100 hours, Route Star, course 119, Alt, FT, 9820, KTF,
Alright, so I think we're going to hold
70
on.
hours, Route Star, FRBMN, Route Star, course 122, Alt, FT, 8,000 hours, Route Star, course 100.
We're going to hold here on
298, 21 star, L, 0 hours, L-A-L-W-Y-Z.
ALWYZ. Alwise.
Star,
So what I'm
70
going to
hours,
do
route.
to be able to hold
Context lamp for fly, skip this holding pattern, H,
holding pattern.
holding pattern dialog deck,
Now I don't change none of
Start
this.
cursor, edit selected 102. Segment length, combo box minutes, collapse hold S, normal cursor, app start, edit selected 1.5. Segment edit selected 102. Heading, combo box inbound, collapse hold H.
Heading inbound.
Help button, heading, edit selected 102. Segment length, combo box
Segment
minutes, collapse hold S, edit
minutes,
selected
no.
1.5.
1.5 for that 1.5 is every
Next waypoint,
mile
arrow.
and a half.
Turn direction, combo box right, collapse hold key.
It's going to make a right turn direction. Now, I could change up 1, 2 and do a left turn direction probably.
Edit the turn direction, combo box right, collapse hold key. Left, right,
So there's right and left. I'm going to keep it on
OK
right.
button.
And I'm going to hit OK on that.
KDCAPL.
Now,
Property. Prop 1 half button. List. Hours. Route. Star. Course 119. Alt. FT 9820. KTS 231.
and that's going to be a Alwise. ALWYZ.
1 half button. Carol. Colon. Dot. 10. Colon. Carol. Colon 9. Dot. 6. Dot. 9. Dot. 4. Dot. 9. Col. Carol.
Alright, so we got a little bit here to go on that.
Toolbar. Property pick list. Out. Property. Property page. Carol. 1 half button. List. Hours. 70. FO. NEVB. Rulo. Routes.
4,
Odd.
5,
PLDGE. Route. Court. Route.
6,
BRBRHONN.
7, 8,
BRRON.
9,
Odd. Route. Course 1. Bucko. Route.
10,
Bucko. Route. J.
11,
Odd. Route. Course 1. Lose. Route. J.
12.
Carol. Route. J30.
We got 13 waypoints to go through before we even hold. If we hold. And that's what I like about this, is I've got it set up for a hold, but if I get down to that 9,000, well, it's like 9,200 or something, and I realize, hey, you know what? We don't need to burn off any fuel. We're good. I can just let it continue what it was doing. If I feel that we need to hold, what
Next
I'm going to
waypoint,
do
route
is 3 miles out, I'm going to tap down, check mark the hold button, and then as soon as it reaches that waypoint, it's going to start turning, and that's where it's going to hold at.
1 half button. Lose. 46. Hold lose. U-L-U-I-S-E. Colon.
Okay, this is not lose, it's Lewis with a silent E. L-U-I-S-E.
Lose. Colon. 44. Colon. Lose.
And that's 44
This
miles
arrow
out.
route J30, course 120, all FT 35,000, KTS 280, leg NM 46.8, time 0:32:20,
So speed is
290 knots indicated.
290 knots.
Arrow route J30, course 120, all FT 35,000, KTS 280, leg NM.
Let's bring it down to
Odd route, Bucko
280.
route J30,
Yeah,
course
Bucko.
121, all
Right, still
FT 31,006, KTS 280.
Yeah.
List.
So
Right YM but auto edit HD Elton all check vertical airspeed edit red only 289 ES checkbox not airspeed edit red only 289 ES checkbox not checked airspeed edit red only 289 289 selected selection removed ES checkbox not checked airspeed edit red only 289 ES checkbox not checked.
okay, now let's see, I can
Airspeed
Well,
vertical
might
jet
just
alpha
wait a
HD
minute.
setting auto fly OM button fly AD map dialog property 1 half button lose cold 35 cold lose
still 35 miles out.
micro
So now I'm just going to kind of pay attention, and when I get to about close to that 12,000, we know I'm getting close to that waypoint for holding. That way I don't got to stay on that window for the FS stream. Let's see. There was something I was going to tell you guys. I forget what it was. I know what it was. If you are a pilot and you sim, for anybody that would ever like to do a shared cockpit, I'm always up for doing those. I enjoy doing those, and I don't get to do them as much, but they are a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun to do a shared cockpit with, a real pilot outside of simming as well, to see how much different they do things, or if they do things different. What is it that they do? What can I pick up from
Woodfield,
it?
Ohio, United States 4.2
That's
nautical
the
miles
thing
71
with me,
degrees
the shared cockpit is being able to educate each other and learn something from one or the other, or both learn something. So
33,900 35,000 0 feet per minute 290 knots indicated
still at 290 knots.
Mach 0.83
We're at Mach 0.83. Originally it's from Mach 0.80. Well, 0.8. Let's do that. Let's
edit for Mach edit selection removed
8.
Mach hold checkbox check okay Microsoft Flight Sim Mach hold 0.8
There we go. I've brought the Mach back down to 0.8. Just because we're starting descending, and the last thing you want to do is, rush speed while you're descending. That's never no good. It's better to take your time, get to where you need to get, without having to mess up some stuff. So, yeah, that's what it means. So, let's kick back for a minute, and I'll be right back with you. Join BVI Pilots by going to www.BviPilots.com. Click on the register button or link and join us here at BVI Pilots, where you can interact with other members, here at the BVI community. It's all about helping each other, and we would love to have you. Also, be sure to tap on that subscribe button and join us here at BVI Pilots if you've yet subscribed. And also be sure to set your notifications to always so that you are notified each and every single time that we publish a new video. Also, share this with your friends on all of your social sites and invite them to check out the channel and even become a new member with us here at the BVI community.
Next waypoint, button. Feet per minute. AP altitude, 31,000 feet. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Airspeed hold active. Knock hold off.
All right, you guys, here we go. I am back, and it looks like we are starting to begin a descent here to 31,000 feet. Should have a hold speed of 280. Let's check.
Hold 280 knots.
That is correct. And let's check our speed. Right bracket S.
288 knots indicated.
288 knots. We went from Mach hold to airspeed hold.
34,000 feet.
All right. Check our fuel.
Total fuel 5,078.7 pounds, 758.1 gallons. Total fuel flow 3,800.
Fuel flow is 3,800. We got over 5,000 pounds of fuel. to hear from you guys on
33,000 feet.
feedback on the sound. Does it sound good? Does it sound like a cockpit to you? Do you think it could be better? I like it. I think it's a good sound. I don't think it's nowhere near as good as what the Max 10 is, but just a different plane. So, they all sound different, right? One thing I did not do, I need to do this. I gotta load the weather because I would like to get an accurate weather for the land. There we go.
Pilots on flight sim. Wind 246 at 56 knots, gust at 0 knots.
No wind gust. Wind is let's see.
Wind 246 at 55 knots, gust next waypoint, KDCA.
At 45 knots or 55?
Wind 246 at 54 knots.
246 at 55 knots. So heading to 246.
Heading 127.
So it's kind of blowing at us from the side there.
265 knots. All 280 knots. 264 knots in. 264 knots indicated. 265 knots indicated.
Now we must have hit a wind pocket there, you guys.
28,006. Gear up. 268 knots indicated. All 280 knots. 31,000 feet.
Slowed down a little bit more than what I was thinking.
272 knots indicated.
All right, now we're going back up to 272.
All 280 knots.
Load speed is at 280. So I don't know what happened. It might be because I loaded the weather. It might have confused a little bit.
271 at 60 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
Wind is at 60 knots. No wind gust, so that's good.
Minus 46 degrees.
And at the altitude we're at now is minus 46
Altitude lock off.
degrees.
Altitude lock active. 28,000. 30,000. All 280 knots.
Now, like I said, I do control my speed. I do adjust that. I know Tramp can do it, but it's just something I like to do.
30,000 feet. Fair Alta, West Virginia, United States. 10.5 nautical miles.
But I
14
still
degrees.
follow the rules, for the speed. If I don't know it, I'll go over to the FS Tramp and I'll look at the waypoint and see what it should be, or roughly what it should be.
Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active. 29,000 feet.
Let's see.
25, 28, all 280 knots.
So when I get to 20,000 feet, I will bring my speed down a little bit to 270. Rule of thumb, when I get to 10,000, I want to be at 250 or under. Well, for one, it's aviation law. You got to follow that. So
28,000 feet.
you might not need to hold it all, you guys. I'm just looking at our speed too. Let me take this off our RTO.
Auto brake position 1. Auto brake off.
There we go, RTO is off. Actually,
Auto brake RTO. Auto brake off.
auto brake is off.
24,001. 292. All 280 knots. 27,000 feet. 292 knots indicated. Minus 1703 feet per minute.
Sitting at minus 1703 per minute.
Total fuel 4,740.
Yeah, we got 4,700 pounds. So we might not even hold. I'm not worried about being over by 1,000 or 2.
26,000 feet. 25,795 feet ASL.
25,000 ASL.
23,000.
23,000 AGL. So I got some mountains and hills underneath of us.
22,000. 25,000. All 280 knots. 291 knots indicated. Enter air selection removed.
275.
25,000 feet. Airspeed hold checkbox. Enter airspeed. Edit 275. OK button. Microsoft. All 275 knots. 291 knots indicated.
Try and bring that speed down a little bit.
$24,000 feet.
Let's go to full screen. Give me a better
Landscape.
view here. There we go.
22,000. 23,287 knots in. All 275 knots. Altitude lock off. Altitude lock active.
That altitude lock off thing drives me nuts. That'll be going away here soon. As soon as GFM gets where we can load our flight plans through it, no more will we have to hear that.
23,000 feet. Altitude lock off. At 21,000. 22,000. All 275. 285 knots indicated.
We're at 285 knots.
Landscape. Airspeed hold. Enter airspeed. Selection removed.
I forgot about that.
Introduction form. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Landscape. Landscape. Active Sky next. Steep introduction. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Alright, there we go.
19,000. 21,000. All 270 knots.
I'm not going to go back to full screen because every time I change my speeds, it acts silly and takes a minute.
19, 21, all 270 knots. 282 knots indicated. 21,400, 19,240 feet active.
19,000 AGL.
$21,000 feet. $18,000, 20,000, 279 knots indicated.
There we go. We're getting down to 270. We're at 279. Look at our speeds
Flex
here real quick,
KDCATLF
so I can get an idea of what it
list
needs to be
property
at.
Robert 1/2 button. List Bucko 1/2 button. PLDGE 1/2. List Bucko route star course 1 odd route. DRRON HONNR DRR. Bucko route odd route. Bucko route J30. Odd route. DR HONPRBRY court route PLDGE route star course 1/2 button. PLD colon 9, col PLDGE, list PLDGE route star course 107, alt FT 17,000, KTS 280, odd route course 1, ULO route star course 118, alt FT 15,587, KTS 280, NEVVR route star course 119, alt FT 14,096, KTS 280, FORGT route star course 119, alt FT 12,413, KTS 265, leg NM 6.
Alright, look out. Okay.
SEVI route star course 119, alt FT 11,126, KTS 250, leg NM 5.0, time 0. Alice route star course 119, alt FT 9820, KTS 231, leg NM 4.9.
Very good. So by 9,000 we need to be at 230
FRDMN
knots.
route star course 122, all FT 8000, KTS 230, leg NF, odd route course. Stand route star course 78, all FT 5972, KTS 219, leg NM 7.7, time 00610, fuel, odd route. Stand route star course 78, TGTHR route star course 78, all FT 4732, KTS 210, leg NM 4.7, time 00, stand route TGTHR route star course 78, all FT 47, stand route star course 78, all FT 5972, KTS 219, leg.
Alright.
Microsoft altimeter 16, 17,000, full 270 knots. 270 knots indicated. Minus 410 feet per minute. 270 knots. Minus 364 feet per minute. 270 knots indicated. 16,000. 17,000. Full 270 knots. 269 knots indicated. Minus 174 feet per minute. 15,000. 17,000. Full 270 knots. 268 knots indicated. 268 knots indicated. Minus 30 feet per minute.
Alright, we're leveling out for a minute what we're doing. So, I'm going to go ahead.
Set autopilot selection room. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Gear speed to 265 on home because at 11,000 we need to be at 260 anyway, so
16,000, 17,000, all 265 knots, 267 knots indicated. AP altitude, 8,000 feet.
very good. Here we go.
Sync rate.
Altimeter, 16,000, 16,000, minus 28,
Sync
1
rate.
feet per minute, minus 28, 12 feet per minute. Minus
Sync
27,
rate.
07 feet per minute, altitude lock off. Enter vertical selection. Microsoft. Minus 21, 13 feet per minute. 15, 16, all 265, alt. 15,003, 16,050.
Alright, we're good.
All 265, 275 knots indicated. 15,100, minus 1253 feet per minute, 272 knots indicated. Minus 1296 feet per minute.
There we go. It wanted to descend faster than what I wanted
Minus
it to.
14,000, 15,000, all 265 knots, 270 knots indicated.
This is a tricky airport
Minus 1550.
either way.
14,638 feet, 270 knots indicated. All 265 knots. Out. 15,109 feet. Out. Minus 1542 feet per minute. 15,000 feet.
This has always been a tricky airport. You've got to be really careful. Because of the winds and all that.
Wind 257 to 29 knots. Gust of 0 knots.
Right now it's only 29 knots, but still.
Altimeter 13,879 feet at 14. All 265.
You get them crosswinds,
Enter
then
airspeed.
you're going to
Selection
have
removed.
problems. If you don't pay attention.
Microsoft flights. Altimeter
Changing my hold
1,000.
speed to 260.
13,000, 14, all 260 knots, 268 knots indicated, minus 1306 feet per minute, minus 13,000, 13,818,
I know you guys, eventually I'm going to have where you don't got to hear the reader, but right now you hear what it says because I don't got it set up all the way.
altimeter 12,000, 13, all 260 knots, 267 knots indicated, 12,000, 13,346 feet ASL, 12,569 feet AG. Enter it select. Microsoft, all 255 knots,
I always verify my speed when I put it in because you never
13,000
know.
feet. Altitude lock off, altitude lock active.
Alright, we're setting
Altitude lock
up
off,
to
altitude lock, altitude lock, 11,000, 12,000, all 255 knots. Set autopilot select. Microsoft Flight Simulator, altimeter, 11,000, 12,000, all 250 knots. Minus 1417, 262 knots indicated. 262 knots indicated. Flaps 1. altimeter, 11,000, 12,000, hold 250 knots, 259 knots indicated, minus 1273 feet per minute, 11,007, altitude lock, enter airspeed, edit selected 250, selection removed. Microsoft Flight Simulator Edge, altimeter 1, 11,005, 12,007, hold 230 knots, 254 knots indicated. Flaps 2.
Remember them flaps is also, what helps you slow down and get where you need to be.
247 knots indicated, altimeter 11,000, minus 1309 feet, 244 knots indicated. Flaps 3. Flaps 5. 10,800. 11,000. Hold 230 knots. 238 knots indicated. Minus 1290. 10,000. 11,000. Hold 230 knots. 236 knots indicated.
Looking real good.
Flaps 10.
By the time we get to about 5,000 feet, we're going to be down to about 210 knots.
10,000. 10,000. Hold 230 knots. 229 knots. Minus 1293 feet per minute. Minus 1234 feet altitude, 96 feet. 10,090. Hold 230 knots. 231 knots indicated. 10,000 feet.
Right at 231. Which is right where I wanted us to be.
Altimeter 9311, 97. Hold 230 knots. 232 knots indicated. Minus 1293 feet per minute.
Get close to 8,000, I'll set the hold speed for 220.
$88.07, 91.46. Hold 230 knots. 232, 9017 feet ASL. Enter airspeed select. Microsoft Flight Sim. 84.9, 88.30. Hold 220 knots. 232 knots indicated. 231 knots indicated. Minus 1280 feet. 83.26. 86.06 feet ASL. Hold 220 knots. 230 knots indicated. Minus 1204 feet per minute. 79. 8293 feet ASL.
Now you might hear something about a glide slope, but we're not doing that. That's for iOS.
78.7. 8180. Hold 220 knots. Minus 780. Enter airspeed. Microsoft Flight Simulator altimeter. Altitude lock 77.6. 8058 feet. Hold 215 knots. 223 knots indicated. 223 knots indicated. 223 knots indicated. Flaps 11. Flaps 15. Altitude lock off. AP altitude. Altimeter. 77. 8050. Hold 215 knots. 221 knots indicated.
So far, so good.
74.9. 77.88. Hold 215 knots.
You would also hear me go on the radio, but I'm not on that sim tonight.
73.7. 75. Hold 250. 221 knots indicated. Altitude minus 1306 feet per minute. Minus 1115 feet per minute. 6805. 7151 feet ASL. 66, 7,002 feet. Enter airspeed. Edit selected 250. Select. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Go down to 210.
6480. 67. Hold 210 knots. 219 knots indicated. Laps 25. Minus 11. 61. 64. Hold 210 knots. 211 knots indicated. Enter air selection.
I get her to stable out at 205 for a minute.
57, 20, 61, 30. Hold 205 knots. 211 knots indicated. 210 knots indicated. 56, 30. 59, 97. Minus 11, 12 feet per minute. 210 knots indicated. Flash ADCA PLN proper 1/2 but list stand route TGTHR route star course 78 all FT 4732 KTS 210 leg 30 route star course 148 all FT 3620 KTS 204 varied route APPR course 138 all FT 2951 KTS 193 leg NM 2.3
Okay.
Micros 48.7 5090 hold 205 knots altitude lock off 5,213 knots indicated.
We're changing our speed again here shortly.
46.11 47.4 hold 205 knots 213. Enter airspeed selection. Microsoft Flight Simulator X 4297 4533 hold 200 knots altitude lock off 41 215 set autopilot. Microsoft Flight Simulator X 39.6 42.7 hold 190 knots 213 knots in set auto selection removed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X 209 knots indicated. 4,000 feet. Flaps 30.
Gonna bring our flaps out again.
35.80. 39.7. Hold 180 knots. 200 knots indicated. 199 knots indicated. Next waypoint. KDCA. Distance 11 nautical miles. Bearing 100. 34.40. 37.0. Set autopilot. Select. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Altimeter. 33.20. 35.4. Hold 150 knots. 188 knots indicated. 186 knots indicated. 3177 feet anchor. 182 knots indicated.
182 knots.
Next waypoint, KDCA, distance 9 nautical miles, bearing 152 degrees, 2 minutes, 56 seconds. $168 knots indicated, 3,000 feet. Next waypoint, KDCA, distance 8 nautical miles, bearing 155 degrees.
You gotta bring our gear down.
Set autopilot airspeed, enter airspeed, edit selected 150 feet selection. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Altimeter, 26.7. Hold 145 knots. Gear down, 25.7. 155 knots indicated. Hold 145 knots.
2,500.
Flaps 32. 24.7. 24.4. Hold 145 knots. 150 knots indicate. Enter airspeed. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Altimeter. 2294. 2290. Hold 140 knots. 148 knots indicated.
Looking good so far, guys. I can't remember if auto throttle comes up on its own or
2,000
not,
feet.
but if it's not off by 200, we'll take care of it.
1887. 1880 feet. Hold 140 knots. 146 knots in. Enter air selection. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. 1746. 1780. Hold 135 knots. 150 knots indicated. 149 knots indicated. 1370. 1572 feet. Hold 135 knots. 147 knots indicated. 144 knots indicated. 1224. 1316. Hold 135 knots. 142 knots indicated.
As long as it stays between 135 and 145, I'm okay with that.
Altimeter. 1144 feet ag. 1187 feet. Hold 135 knots. 141 knots indicated.
So far it's
Gear
looking
down.
good. The gear's down, speed is good. Flaps are out.
1,000.
990. 908. Hold 135 knots. 140 knots indicated. 140 knots indicated. 802 feet ag. 140 knots indicated.
We're looking good, guys.
727 feet ag.
700 feet.
594 feet ag.
594. Should announce at 500.
500.
3 feet ag.
There's 500.
139 knots indicated.
400.
Approaching 19.
139 knots indicated.
300. 200.
Autopilot master off. Auto throttle off. Altitude lock off. 137 knots indicated.
100.
Wind leveler active.
Minimums 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
On ground. 123 knots. 114 knots. 107 knots. 100 knots. 94 knots. 89 knots. 84 knots. 80 knots. 75
Parking brake
knots.
on.
64 knots.
There we go.
49 knots. 35 knots. 21 knots.
And there it be, ladies and gentlemen. We just made our flight from Los Angeles to good old DC. Man, I tell you, that was a pretty good landing. I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought that it's supposed to flare on its own, but I was still trying to flare with it too, because I don't know that it does it on its own or not. I think it only does it on an iOS approach, but I'm not 100%.
Landing rate minus 783 feet per minute.
All right, so I'd say it's probably about, well, we'll find out with the airline, but it's always lower than what this says. And we can do up to a negative 800. So we'll see what is what. Let's get it outside. Listen to this baby. It don't sound like outside, does it? Well, there's some views for you. I think it might be raining. Let's go ahead and shut down and see.
Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off.
That would definitely have a little bit to do with landing. If it was raining, I didn't realize it.
Number 1 generator off. Number 2 generator
Echo.
off.
What is the weather in Washington, D.C.? Echo. What is the weather? Oh, crap. Stupid Echo. had some rain happening, we believe, so wouldn't kill the main battery.
Battery master off.
Echo, stop. Back on Echo. Alright, so guys, there you go. I thought it was a pretty good flight. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's the main thing as well. Let's go ahead and
Flex. FS Airline.
go to FX Airlines.
Button. X button. Exit button. And flight button press.
I'm going to end that flight. So guys,
Flex KDCAPL.
y'all enjoyed it.
Active Sky Ops 26.
Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you've
Stop
not done
recording.
so.
Checkbox checked.
Share with your friends, and we'll talk to you on the next flight.